around 10 o'clock to 12 o'clock, roaming around. And I wanted to say also, do you think, in case we do go to war, if things really hit the fan, that the military start using people who are in prison just like they did in Vietnam?
Stay there.
Finally, in the news this evening, it's being reported that cyber spies from Russia and China have now penetrated our power grid. Even as energy experts are reporting that each summer we get closer and closer to the limits of our nation's power grid, some say that this summer's demand for electrical power may finally push the grid over its edge, creating a cascade of power outages across the country, putting us all in the dark.
Are you prepared for the next round of storm-related outages or government-created blackouts? Have you ever thought about taking steps to get off the grid and generate your own private supply of electrical power? If so, this will be the most important information you have ever heard. Solar-powered generators are finally available. They have no moving parts to wear out or break and require absolutely no gas whatsoever. Remember, the government doesn't own the sun, so go to mysolarbackup.com. That's mysolarbackup.com. Check out mysolarbackup.com before you lose your power.
In the next segment, before Daryl Rundis joins us, and we got the gentleman on who had the gun a few blocks away from where Obama was at. The media made a big deal out of that. He's joining us at the end of the show today. WESH-TV is reporting that people were saying it was a hate crime, a Nazi crime, to put up Obama posters in public places that said New World Order back there. And the police are saying it is not considered a hate crime. But see, they say under federal rules now they're trying to pass in the House that hurting feelings is a hate crime. This is nuts. And we've said from day one, post these in public commons where other posters are posted. Do not post it on, post offices or government things. There's a pole out front of government building. Yeah, that's good. People put stuff on those all the time. They're telling us everywhere we can't go out and speech and have demonstrations. We have to stand up for our free speech. But, now I'm some evil hate criminal. That's coming up. Yes, to answer the caller's question, they are hiring criminals for the military. They are hiring felons. They are hiring illegal aliens, and even police agencies are now. And that's mainstream news. You can just search engine. Startpage.com is a good search engine. You can just search that out and see that for yourself. Steve Quayle, comments on that front.
Well, I think it's obvious that we're going to see the enlisting of all sorts of quote-unquote what society would call undesirables, not my term, theirs, to enlist in this war against us. Listen, Alex, when the Chinese were bringing in weapons almost 10 years ago to the different gangs, different groups, and the entire West Coast, we were reporting on that. There were stories in the, mainstream press about it. And people said, well, I hope that doesn't mean what I think it means. It means exactly what it is. Listen, I've interviewed gang members. I've interviewed revolutionaries over the years, being on talk radio, and they all say, we know what's coming, and they don't plan on giving up their guns. So the point is that it's going to be total chaos, and this is absolutely necessity under the Communist Manifesto, but more so under the New World Order's doctrine. Out goes the old, in comes the new. Brent Scowcroft's famous statement, by consent or by conquest, there will be a New World Order. Obviously, the consent is not there, therefore the conquest is underway.
Absolutely. I just can't believe that the public thinks it's illegal to put a poster up on a light pole where everybody else puts posters up. I mean, they don't freak out when it's a lost dog or a pro-Obama poster. Look, I have the president saying put his on stop signs. Now, I told people don't put them on stop signs. But see, it's okay for Obama on his letterhead, show people, this made national news. It's okay. He says put it on state and property. I'm saying don't do that, but he's okay. But then you put it on, some type of thing downtown where other posters are, you're supposedly evil. These people are sick. But just like you said, Steve, it's two different rules. They have two different systems.
It's them versus us, and that's what's obvious. And now, let me tell you something. More protests are going to feel more threatened. More threats are going to feel more laws, or they're going to feel more laws against America being able to express its concern.
Well, that's why I did this. A week and a half ago, I saw them demonizing whoever put a few of these up in L.A., and the media was saying, should they be allowed? Is it okay? Is it racist? And I went, they made Bush the Joker, and I supported that. We even posted it on our website. I said, everybody, I'm going to make T-shirts, which we now have available for sale. Next, they'll say you can't wear this. And we got them in black and white and different messages on them at Infowars.com. Steve Quayle, do one more minute with us on the other side. I want to plug your website, your books, your materials, all very informative. I know you're so concerned about what's happening. You're not even plugging them these days, but people still need to get them and read them. SteveQuayle.com. My website's Infowars.com, PrisonPlanet.com, PrisonPlanet.tv. The Joker contest has gone ultra mega viral. All right, we are into the fourth and final hour today. Steve Quayle joined us to break down the whole flu situation. I see that as the only card they've got to really be able to say the general public's the enemy. Their pretext of fear and hysteria. That's the best card they've got. They got some other cards they can play. Stage terror, saying conservatives did it, saying anti-New World Order people did it. We now see the Southern Poverty Law Center and others coming out pre-hyping that, so that really increases the danger of that. But does virus increase the risk of cancer? Live cancer viruses. We'll go over more of this. Got Daryl Rundis coming up. A ton of other news as things accelerate and just get crazier and crazier. I want to commend all the video entries of folks out at public places where other posters are being posted, other handbills are being posted. Be sure you follow the rules to do that. But I can only say great job to everybody. This is a great exercise in the First Amendment. Steve, in closing, why do you think this Joker image scares them so much? A. B. Tell us about some of the great books and things you've written.
To order the books that I have written, because especially my weather wars and on natural disasters, because weather wars and weather modification is going to be used as a force multiplier. They can call my store, 406-586-4840. My book that's really critical for the end times is Breathe No Evil. It was written almost a decade ago. My Genetic Armageddon book talks about what's going on, and it actually took into account all of the biological brew that would be unleashed upon us. My book, obviously, Genesis 6 Giants, which is a classic. And I think, Alex, the thing that people need to understand is that we are running out of time. In my perspective, they had better recognize that there comes a day when the powers that be shut the internet off, shut down the communications, shut down the power, shut down everything. And then they're only going to be left to what they know and what they've been trained, i.e. for, or the knowledge that you, I, and others have given them. Those people needing survival skills, you need to go to survivalblog.com, the best website of its kind in the world. Those who need a preparedness manual to get caught up to speed, Holly Deo, Dare to Prepare. And by the way, she's sending you a couple of those, Alex. The biggest, best book for preparation that's ever been done, Dare to Prepare, by Stan and Holly Deo, D-E-Y-O. So I just want to thank you for the time. And, Alex, I say this not as anything other than thank you. I do pray for you, your family's safety. But as far as I know, and I have this sense, our days of speaking are very limited. It's not because of what we would or not do. It's what they intend to do and shut us down. And the full court presses on, and people had better get close to the living God. They'd better repent. They'd better understand that the one who laid all these events out for us in the beginning was Jesus, and he said it's going to happen, and it's going to happen. The question is, can we stop it? Every day we have another day of giving more information out, preparing another individual, another group, or another country around the world. We go worldwide, as you know. That's what I thank God for. Moments of mercy, because very soon the moments of mercy will give way to the moments of madness.
Well, I hope that's not the case. We're working to stop that. But why do you think this Joker poster in the last minute has concerned the elitists so much?
Because the Joker poster is emblematic of evil. In the last, the Heath Ledger portrayal of the Joker in the last Batman was heralded as probably one of the most brilliant portrayals by an actor of sinister evil coupled with sort of a funny face. That's what's getting to the elite. The elite know they've used every form of symbol. They've used every form of subconscious portrayal in all their media, what I call vomit presentations, and now it's because it's being turned back on them, Alex.
Yeah,
they don't like it when they get a taste of their own medicine.
It's taking their archetype and defiling their god, their front man, Barack Obama. And that's why we're selling the T-shirt, available at Infowars.com. Don't let them chill your free speech. Wear it proudly in public, or we lose the First Amendment. Steve Quayle, thanks for all the info.
Thanks, Alex. Bye-bye.
God bless. SteveQuayle.com. Our site's Infowars.com. PrisonPlanet.tv. They'll run to straight ahead. Stay with us.